Hello, hello.
Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
hi.
hi.
I feel like I'm already glitching.
No, you're good. I'll tell you this time. I'll think about it. Hmm? Well then.
Okay. Turn that down. Okay, so how are we starting this?
I don't know. It's your channel. You start it.
You're part of it, boy. What do you mean?
I sit behind the camera and behind my monitors in this case.
Shut up. How about something? Do you have anything close call we can talk about?
Close call.
Danger situations.
I mean, we could go into more detail. What happened at East Fortune?
I don't know.
Because in the video it's not clear really, because we're all over the place.
Nothing really dangerous happened.
Yeah, but we can still explain what we did running from the security. Unless you got anything better.
I mean, we can just use this as a little starter.
Yes.
Right, so should I start from this? Alright, so I'll start from when we're parked outside
Okay.
there. So yeah, me and the rest of that squad, we get a lift to the abandoned hospital. The one that Lee has a video on. We have to go through this airfield, and so we had to park outside of it and climb over this fence, which is barbed wired. That was honestly really simple. Imagine if we had Dean with us that time.
He probably wouldn't get over the fence.
To be honest,
Love you,
if we
Dean.
had... Imagine Matthew.
Oh. Love you, Matthew. No, I don't actually. I'll beat you tomorrow.
Yes.
That'll be a L.E.E video.
Finally some content. Alright, so we all get over the fence pretty easily. And then we ended up having to go through these fields of crops and that. I swear it took us like 15 minutes because we took like the longest route around possible.
Yeah, probably. But we weren't really short for time.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, anyway, we the fields were split. There were fences blocking other fields from each other,
Yeah.
and they were also barbed wired. So instead of going over them, this time we went through them. I remember that being really difficult for Fergal to do.
Yeah. Like, he was having so much difficulty. He was like,
Yeah, like he
messing
didn't
around
fit
with his bag and
inside.
stuff.
Wait, what?
He was messing around with his bag.
Yeah. I remember when we had to like run as well. He was being
Yeah,
way
we
too
had to
difficult
like
with it
help
anyway.
him through severely.
Yeah. So, yeah, we get over the fence with not too much difficulty, apart from maybe Fergal. And Yeah, I was expecting Ewan to have the worst time getting over, but no, he got through it quite easily. So anyway, we walk around. It took us like 10 minutes. There were no other fences apart from the one where we get onto this road, and we walk along this road, and then we see a fence, and then the first building we went into was there. We got over that fence pretty easily. There was another fence, we got over that. It wasn't barbed or anything, that was simple. We went for the building, your typical abandoned building stuff in there.
Yeah, watch the video.
Yep. Go watch our incredible video to see what happened. Anyway, we walk out, and then we walk along the side of the building, and we go past this room with like a bunch of pipes in there, and there was remember this, Jordan? There was like a hissing noise coming out. It was like some
sounded like some gas or something coming out of it, but I don't know. Probably just
what did
snakes.
you say?
But it's probably some
snake.
gas or something, but I think it was definitely snakes.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, what else could it have been?
Nothing.
Fair enough. Anyway, so we don't really stick around there much longer, because first of all, we had the best equipment. Like we had our respirators were bandanas. You know, we had the best equipment with us.
They're a bit better now.
Yeah.
No, they're worse. We have actual respirators and it's terrible.
No, they're so bad. We're totally going to get asbestos poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
They actually attract the asbestos towards you.
Yeah. It's like a asbestos magnet.
Yeah. Anyway, we go for that building, and then Fergal starts freaking out over the asbestos because he sees a sign, and of course...
Warning asbestos, and he's absolutely dying.
Well, of course, when the building's going to have a sign making it way... like it's basically trying to scare you the most. Like
even if it doesn't, they're going to have that there just to sort of scare you off.
Yeah. So... most of us, I don't know about you, but I know me and you were just like, whatever. Fergal was having a heart attack, but he ended up calming down and walked on. But every time he seen a sign, he'd point it out, and that was kind of annoying. So we went through other buildings, so it was all good. Ended up messing around a bit. Then we get on, I think this was our last building. This is the point where we've already triggered off a silent alarm.
Well,
and
we don't know
Alfie's
where we've done that.
Well, I know Alfie's mum was already texting us to come back because the security talks. It was like, because the security was already talking to her and telling us to get out, basically.
I mean, she honestly should have said nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Just said she was checking for directions or something. She doesn't have to have a reason to be sitting there anyway.
Yep. Well, anyway, we go into that building. This before that, me and Ewan actually stopped to talk to the camera a bit, and then you three, Fergal, and Alfie decided to disappear.
Yep.
So we talked to the camera a bit, and then we realised, oh, we don't know where they went, and since it's pitch black,
we're gone.
Yeah, it just disappeared. So we ended up having to call them, and ended up having to try and get directions from them screaming.
Which was also bringing security towards us.
Yeah, we did end up finding them. And then the building we went into had the entrance of it was very pleasant with 2 dead birds.
Yep, and then there was the frog, or toad, whatever it is.
Yeah, so towards the back of the building, it was we think it was lit on fire, and it partially collapsed. And in the rubble, there was actually this toad came out,
You know.
just pretty chill, and we named it Shathid.
Yes.
Maybe Shathid's still in that rubble waiting for us to come back.
And he's like, Daddy, where are you?
Doesn't that mean he has like 5 dads?
Yes. I mean, is that the point you find weird about it?
Let's just keep going.
Moving on.
Yeah, I have a toad as a son. Shut up. Got a problem with that.
My son's a toad.
I will fight you.
Come on.
Grr. At this point, we mess around in the building a bit, and then we're like, alright, it's probably time to leave before security actually finds us. Which, to be honest, they probably wouldn't have. We probably could have stayed in there, but
there's no problem if they did come across us anyway.
yeah, so we just decided to leave. We go past our first building, climb over the fence, and we're back onto that road. And then we look to our right, and then we see 3 cars start driving along this road. And then we realise, oh, security.
Yeah, because they have giant spotlights on the roof.
Well, they didn't have them on yet. They drove onto like
Yeah, they were on
the part of the road. Yeah, they drove onto the part of the road we were on.
Yeah, but
And
there's
then-
other ones on the runway.
Yeah. Well, on the road we were on, they turned on that massive spotlight and just instantly shined it on us. They started screaming at us. And then we could have just walked away from it, but we chose to have a
the
bit of
fun
fun
route.
and run. And we chose to have a bit of fun and run off back onto the fields. It was pretty dumb. We had to like duck down to dodge the spotlight, which was pretty effective actually. They didn't see us with the spotlight. I don't think they did anyway, because they didn't point it at us directly.
Yeah, it was just on like the tree line.
Yeah, they were scanning around really. Then we get back to that first, that barbed wire fence I was talking about that Fergo had some trouble getting over. This is where it gets annoying, because we're at that fence for a good 5 minutes trying to get over or through it. Fergo and Alfie are the first ones to get through, I think.
I thought Fergal took
And then-
his time. Or was it you
I know-
that was stuck?
I don't think I was stuck. I don't think so.
No, I said you in.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so I threw my bag over, and I told Fergo to like keep a hold of it because it was pitch black and like black. I had a black bag. So Fergo was being retarded, and he ended up like losing my bag in the grass. So when I got over, I had to like scramble around to try and find it.
Whilst we were doing this, a van drove past us on the runway.
Yep. So meanwhile, me trying to find my bag, the van was like was driving through. So I had to like squat down and like have a spasm trying to find my bag. I found my bag. Then we just started walking because there wasn't really anything to the vans were kind of just gone by now. Well, they were still there, but the spotlight wasn't. They turned it off. So we got back onto the runway, and this is the point where things just get really hilarious, because there's this van driving up and down the runway. So it's at the top of the runway, and then what it does is it just U-turns around, and it starts driving towards us, and no joke, it drives past us and doesn't do a thing. Like, we're in the middle of the runway, it drives right past us, and it doesn't do anything. I don't know. The driver just couldn't be bothered. He genuinely didn't see us. We're like 10 feet away from it, and then just drove past. We didn't do anything. We're just laughing about it. Like, the worst ever. Like, how does that happen? Hi, Ewan.
The driver was blind.
Just hire like a blind person for security. What do you mean? Anyway, so that happened, and then it's like this other van comes on, and this is where we actually start hiding towards the sides, because I'm pretty sure they had like a flashlight for the windows.
They had the spotlight on, but it was heading towards the fields, which was on the other side.
So this is the point where we start hiding, like in the grass to the side of the airfield.
And we're just doing this because we're like, they're gonna see us, but why not have some fun?
Yeah, they ended up not seeing us at all.
Somehow.
It's just like dumb. Like, what do you mean? So at this point we hide and then stand up and just run towards the end of the runway to where the car is. Okay, so we just run to the fence to try and get back to the car, and we hop the fence, and we get in the car. We just drive off. We're all having a laugh. Well, Alfie's mum, she's the one that gave us the lift. She wasn't very happy about it. But apart from that, we got off scot-free because the security was trash.
Or they're just blind.
Just lazy ass security just working. They're like, oh, can't be arsed.
Oh, I'm not doing this.
Like, they catch us, they probably have to do like some extra paperwork or something, like CPA.
Yeah. They can just easily not see us, in quotations.
Just starts like sees us, like that van that drove past us. The driver probably seen us, but he was just instantly turned away to the field. Like,
he speeds away from us. He's like, "No, I'm not doing paperwork."
So, yeah, that was more depth of what happened in incredible abandoned hospital exploration.
Oh yes.
Yes. So we're gonna have a little break now, and we're gonna come back to the story.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Yep. See ya.
attitude. It's right here. It's how you feel. It's a style. So it can go out.
Hello again.
Hello, we're back.
This story is gonna be
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just saying now, no names are gonna be said apart from me and Jordan's in this, because it's not really something we want to associate with the others.
Yeah, in case they don't want to be associated with it, at least.
Okay, so I'm just gonna start this one off.
Oh, you could do that.
I think we should tell both our perspectives by ourselves.
Sure, you can go first then, because I'm going to set something up.
Alright, so I'm gonna say what happened to me, and then Jordan's gonna tell his part of the story. So, us being only the smartest creatures, teenagers. I need to turn this down. So, we're teenagers. We're only the smartest phase in humanity. We and a few other of me and Jordan's friends decided to have like a little party type thing. It was more like just like a chill hangout, just listen to music type thing. It wasn't really a party.
That's what it's meant to be.
Now, let's just call it a party.
Yeah.
So there was like, how many people were there? Maybe
maybe 8. We'll kill them.
It's not that many, but like still a good few people. So, we planned this a few days back. This was a pretty big planned thing. I can't remember exactly, but we were planning this for a few days. And then when it comes to the day, me and Jordan get there. Everyone's there, and we have drinks with us, and because what can it without a good drunks?
Oh yeah.
So this time, both me and Jordan we went right over our limits because we're just incredibly smart.
Of course.
So I start with like a can, just like something light, and then I go on to like the strong drinks, and this ended up not being well. I'm finished. I'm basically done drinking, and I start getting incredibly pissed. Like it very like over my limits, over for what I've ever been. And I'm gonna note here, I get violent when I'm under the influence. I don't really remember what I do because this was. I'll get more into it. So all I remember is like being in the living room with you next to me.
Yep.
I'm
You
just
sitting
chilling
on that
there.
chair.
No, this is before this. I think it was still daylight outside.
Oh yeah, you were still a bit. Yeah. You got started a bit earlier than me. In terms of actually being
just pure, like, going full retard.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, just having the time of my life, and then most of this is from my friends' point of view and what they've told me I've been doing, because I can't remember much of it. Hold on a minute, I need to do something.
Yay, it's the Jordan Show. This is where we talk about random stuff in life. Yeah. Do you like toast? I like toast. Toast with Nutella is good. Chocolate? Chocolate's good, yeah. There's PC Master Race, yeah, that's good. And then the consoles, they're bad. Yeah. Unless you have console, then I love you.
Okay, I just had a bit of an emergency there.
I mean, same.
Welcome to the Jordan Show. What do you mean?
It's where we talk about toast. Come next
So-
time for the next part of Jordan's show.
Where was I? Yeah. It's going well. So, oh wait, I remember. I was talking about how like most of this is from like everyone else's point of view, not mine, because I can't remember most of what happened.
Yeah.
So, this is basically what I've been told. I went from the living room into my friend's bedroom because it's where everyone else sort of like went over just to chill. And one of my friends, he decided to make a little joke. And me being the aggressive me I am, when I'm pissed, I get incredibly agitated, and I pick him up by the collar and apparently slammed him to the ground and started talking shit to him. Don't remember what I said, but I just like I stopped trying to kill him, and I apparently started apologizing to him after almost killing him. So that was interesting. Then I just started being a retard again, you know, just doing the typical pissed stuff. I remember, yeah, there was one person that was just completely out of it. They were like in the fucking Twilight Zone or something. And they were just like rolling around on the ground, just talking shit. And they started being really offensive to me. And I didn't really appreciate that. So I was just focused on, I remember this. I remember that I was just focused on trying to beat the living hell out of them. Like, just focused on just smashing their face in. And if no one was there to stop me, I would have probably done it. So, like, 4 people had to drag me back from not killing the person. And then, at this point, I don't remember what happened, but apparently I went out, like, into the vast outdoors, into the wild.
Yeah, you
And
went to a restaurant.
Yeah, I went to a grill house.
Yeah.
Which is, why did my friends decide to take me to a grill house when I was, like, just, like, on Mars somewhere? I'm still confused about that. So, at this point, I went back, and then I sat down on this chair in the living room, and I blacked out. And this is where Jordan's story comes in.
Should I go on from this point?
Yup.
Right, so I don't think Daniel noticed this, but when he came in, I was on the ground next to that chair, also blacked out. So that's fun. So me and Daniel, well, Daniel slept for longer, but I slept for a while. And then I wake up in the bedroom, and I'm just like, how did I get here? And then I feel so bad, and I have to run to the toilet, because I'm going to be sick, but I didn't make it in time, so it sort of went everywhere. So that happened. I did get to the toilet and some of it did go in there, but yeah, that happened. I felt better after that. Got all of it up, really. But then I had to clean it.
And I think this is the point where I woke up again.
Yeah, you woke up.
And then do you want to tell the part of what I done when I woke up? Or do you not remember?
Only partly.
Well, say what you know and then I'll continue.
So, the person's house we were doing it with, their gran came home and sat in the living room with a blacked out Daniel. And then he just woke up and he was just like, hi, and walked through. Or didn't you like continue to sit there for like another like 10 minutes or something?
I sat there for like a good 5 minutes, just like being like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
Because I woke up still like a bit tipsy, but not like how I was earlier. So I finally stand up and I walk out into the hallway and then I see just this pile of red shit on the ground. I'm like, what is that? I focus on it more. It's like, alright, someone spewed everywhere.
That would be me.
So I walk further and I look into the toilet and all I see is you just sitting, leaning on the toilet bowl with one of our friends next to you, like trying to make sure you don't die.
Yep.
So I just stare at you for a while, just have a laugh, being like, what the fuck have you done? And then I just walk into the bedroom and all I remember is I just lay down on the bed feeling really tingly, like having this amazing tingly feeling. And then I remember like we all had to like go home, so I went home. I remember me and you decided we were going to go on Discord after that and play a few games on Steam.
Yeah, we played The Forest.
Yeah, do you want to take over from here?
So yeah, we sat down, we started playing The Forest for like, I don't know, like 20-30 minutes?
Something like that.
And then Daniel just goes, I'll be back in a minute. And I just see him get up and run to the toilet. Maybe you want to take over on this bit?
Yeah, so I suddenly start feeling very, very sick, and I'm like, hold on a minute, BRB. So I just sprint off to the toilet, like literally throw my headset off, just go and throw up. And then I come back, start playing for a bit. Maybe like 5 minutes pass, I'm like, I'll be back in a minute again.
Yep.
And then I do this at least 4 times while we play. So that was very entertaining. I actually got caught by my parents as well.
Did you?
Because I came in reeking. And then the next morning, or the next day, when my mum started to say, I was like, mate, I could smell that last night, you were minging. And being like, alright, just don't do it again, I'm not mad at you, just because, you know, like teenagers, most teenagers are gonna do this at some point, because, you know, we're just so smart. He was like, alright, just being serious, don't do it again. Or if you are gonna do it, at least don't go overboard. Because, I mean, I get what she's saying, like, she can't really stop me, because she can't stop me from just seeing my friends, and she doesn't really know what I do with them. So, I mean, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I think we had another few of those parties, but I don't think either of us really
Yeah, nothing too big happened.
Yeah, I think that was the point where we were like, alright, we don't want that happening ever again.
I mean, I didn't have that same experience, but I got pretty bad on New Year's.
Yeah, well,
I
we
mean,
could
the hard
maybe
way.
talk. Yeah, you were pretty dead.
I felt fine.
Well, yeah, that happened, and I've personally not really went to an extent. I'm planning now not to do it again. Because,
But if you do like Wadam, it's fun as long as you don't get to the stage that we got to.
Yeah, just generally recommending not to condone it in general.
Or do it in safe amounts.
Yeah, don't be us.
Don't be me.
So that was that story.
Yep.
How long have we been streaming for?
45 minutes.
Alright.
We're gonna take another break.
Have you got an idea for the last story?
Not yet.
Right, so, well, we're going to have a little few-minute break again,
Of course.
and we'll be back with another story, hopefully.
See you in a few.
Okay.
Fuckers. Yeah.
And we're back.
So,
Yeah. Jordan doesn't know this story because this was a while back.
so I'm just gonna mute my mic and listen to this one.
Yeah, this was quite a long time ago. Maybe like a few years back now. And so, there's this little place not too far away from where I live. It's like this little sort of abandoned shed type thing. It's pretty small, nothing really major. It's literally like 3 rooms, no, two rooms inside. That's it. And you can climb up onto the roof, and it was a pretty popular thing to do. At least a few years ago. No one really goes up there anymore. We do occasionally. So, you know, the place was actually broken into because there was like a big. The door was boarded up, but a few people decided it would be a good idea to kick the door down and go into the thing, and they did do that. And then the place was left open for a few weeks maybe. And then one day, me, Alfie, and a few other friends, don't really know if they want to have their names said, so I'm just going to keep them private. I know Alfie won't mind. Hopefully he won't mind. So me and Alfie, yeah. Sorry, Alfie. Anyway, me and Alfie climb up onto the roof because we're trying to prank them, set like a pretend disappearance type thing. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember if it was that. Let's just say it was that. So me and Alfie are up there anyway. And then we see these 2 police officers appear from around the corner, and we're like, oh shit. So we quickly just climb down, and the police officers just come up to us being like, so what you doing? Being like, oh, nothing, we're just chilling. And then they're like, oh, because we got a call from, points over to some houses from saying like, oh, we got a call from over there saying there's like kids coming in this place when they shouldn't be. And we're like, no, we're not going in there, because we weren't, because we did go in there a few days before, but it smelled like chemicals in there. It smelled like if we were to breathe something in from there, we're gonna like get some poisoning or something. It was a very strong chemical smell. So when we did go in, we were like, all right, no, I'm holding my breath in here, because it was too strong to actually breathe in there. So we didn't really go in there because it was just awful. So we come down, we explain, oh no, we were only on top, and they were like, alright, just don't go up there because you don't really know how stable it is, which is fair enough. So they just ask for our names, we give them our names, and then we start talking to them. We don't go in there because it smells weird in there. We don't know what's in there. It smells like chemicals. So one of the officers goes over there, smells it, comes back and says, yeah, they were right, it smells funny in there. And then they go off to the side and they tell us just to sit down and just wait for a minute. And then they're talking on the radios, don't know what about. Then we ended up finding out, oh, they called the fire brigade over. So they tell us to go away. Well, not away. They tell us just to move back so the firemen can do their work. And what they ended up doing is they ended up getting like 3 men dressed up in these like hazmat suits, and they had to go through this like long procedure of. By now they were like there was like they had an audience of people just watching them doing their thing because no one really knew what was going on. So they like go into this sort of like tub type thing, and then they just like they spray their suit down, and then they go in and sort of I think they just cleaned whatever was in there up. So no one could get hurt from it because it ended up being something dangerous in there. I'm not sure what it was. So it was like half an hour. I think I'm over exaggerating, maybe like 20 minutes. They were just cleaning that place out. They were just telling us to back off because they didn't want anyone interfering. They all come out again. They ended up needing to get washed down again. And I heard someone say it was like some sort of remover. Like something to remove something, like gum remover or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but yeah, that was the hazmat team experience. A few minutes went by, and then the officers and the fire brigade ended up just driving off to do other things. The place was left open, but there was they ended up putting some police tape over it. And then a few days later, I was boarded back up again, and it still is to this day. Alright, and that's about it.
I have an idea where that is.
Yeah, I think you do.
Have you took me there or no? I think
Yeah, No, do you mean...
Is it next
like
to your bit?
Yeah, well, it's like... It's by
next
the
to the
car
bus stop?
park.
Or,
No, it's by the car park.
oh, was it that little place?
Yeah.
Field?
Yep.
Ah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, where Matthew jumps off.
Yeah, and he kicks a coffee cup and gets soaked.
Yep. So, yeah. So this was our last story of the stream. We hope you enjoyed our incredible entertainment.
Oh yes.
And now we're going to leave you with a few minutes of music.
Enjoy.
Yep. We'll see you guys in the next video or stream.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.